Hello, this is Audrey and Rissa from Tracking Audrey. We are going to read Understanding the Assault on the Black Man, Black Manhood and Black Masculinity by Wesley Muhammad. So, what we are doing is reading part 2, which is in part 1. Kill the male, spare the female. Pages 9 through 26. Actually, we are going to read pages 9 through 14. We are reading today's topic, the dying male. Part 2 will be kill the male, spare the female. Part 3, spare the female 2. And part 4, rise of the black matriarchy. You're my daughter. We're starting on page 9. Kill the male, spare the female.
Today's context, the dying whites. The dying of the whites. The inspiration of the op-ed was a startling study published that month in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences by Nobel Prize-winning economist from Princeton University, Dr. Angus Deaton, and his wife, Ann Case. The study documented a shocking white reality that right now white thinkers and policymakers are scrambling to understand and to change. The whites are not just dying, in the words of Deaton. They are killing themselves at an alarming rate through alcohol and drug poisoning, prescription, drug abuse, and suicide. Between 1978 and 1998, the mortality rate of middle-aged working-class whites declined by 2% on average each year. And in that 20-year period, their death rate dropped by one-third overall. But in 1998, something dramatic happened. After falling sharply for 2 decades, an abrupt reversal occurred. Between 1999 and 2013, the mortality rate for whites between the age of 45 and 54 with a high school education rose dramatically. Those 2 decades, the death rates of these whites increased by a total of 20%, resulting in 500,000 extra white deaths over that time period. Outside of wartime, it is very unusual in advanced nations for a large group of population to see a jump in mortality rates. Joel Achenbach and Lenny Bernstein tell us. How do we account for this shocking circumstance? These whites are not just falling over either. They are pushing themselves over. Indeed, during this time, the black and Hispanic death rates were doing something very different. The mortality rate of minorities in the U.S. continued to fall between 1998 and 2013. Mirroring the trend in Europe, in the African American death rate in particular fell hugely, emphasis added. Despite the cloud of death that the government and its agencies and that this society ensures hovers over every black community in America and every black life, despite the 6 million ways to kill a black man. Page 11. The white fear is not mere speculation. The 2008 U.S. Census projected that 2042, the national U.S. population will be majority black, brown, and Asian. Whites will be a minority again. Page 12. What is the solution? Dropping down to the bottom. But he perfectly describes also the U.S. government strategy to maintain white supremacy in this country. It's a racist strategy, but the average observer is none the wiser. For example, target black boys with a brain poison, but make it look like a larger American autism epidemic. Page 13. What was really at work here was white rage. White rage is not about visible violence, but whether it works its way through the courts, the legislators, and the range of government bureaucracies. So whites are pained, they are psychologically traumatized, they are angry, and they have guns. Those who don't kill themselves with drugs or by cliff jumping prepare themselves to kill black people, black men in particular. Page 13, going on page 14. These psychologically traumatized whites are in law enforcement, in the justice system, in politics, etc. and they are unleashing their fury on the black man in America today because they see us as their number one enemy. The covert white strategy is thus easy to define: kill the male, spare the female.
Okay, that is the end of Kill the Male, Spare the Female, which is part 2 within part 1. So I thank you for watching this video, listening to this video with me and my daughter. Many blessings.